Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 118. Yeah! Woo! 118. That is a lot. That's a big number.
That's a lot of numbers.
That's a lot of numbers. I can't count. It's like once we pass fingers and toes, it's like, yeah, it's just a concept.
That's what calculators are for.
That's right. That's right. And this week, our special guest is...
That guy.
And that guy. Yep. You got us. Us.
You got the special duo.
The Bulletproof Underwear team is, the finest broadcast journalists in gaming. Watch this show.
We'll give a little announcement right now.
Okay.
Let's announce right now. There is a Smarty Pants coming up the pipe.
Yes, there is. Smarty Pants. It is a trivia-based game show where you can win real prizes. This time around, we've got Starbucks gift cards. Got a slew of them here, so we're ready to give away stuff for free. We're giving away free stuff. And all you have to do is be smart. Or at least not as dumb as the other people.
That's right. You just got to be smarter than everybody else.
So what would be really cool is if we could get a Battlefield player, a Call of Duty player, and a Halo player to all compete against each other for supremacy.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
That would be interesting. Okay. So yeah, we've got our goal. We're gonna hunt you down and get you on the show.
The gears are grinding.
Gears. Now we're not gonna have a Gears of War player. So no, sorry. But we're gonna find out which FPS reigns supreme here on the mental, scale.
Yes.
Who's dumber than the other ones?
You are correct, sir.
So you'll be playing for your game. You'll be supporting. You'll be repping.
You'll be holding up the honor for your whole gaming legion.
So let's try to find somebody who's good here. Or does Destiny get a representative? Well, right now, Destiny. Everybody playing Destiny is either a Battlefield, a COD, or a Halo player, pretty much, that they're playing Destiny now. I mean, it's not like there's like, oh yeah, I've been playing Destiny for the last 4 years.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no official Destiny players.
Well, there could be a Destiny player. I don't care. I don't hate Destiny.
Yeah. Let's see. Usually when we have these shows, we have 3 contestants, but there's no reason we couldn't have 4 contestants.
No, we could have 4.
So if you consider yourself a Destiny player, more so than you consider yourself either Battlefield, Call of Duty, or Halo, and you want to rep Destiny, then get in contact with us, either on Flex's Twitter, my Twitter, and I was going to say the show's Twitter, but let's face it, we never fucking check that.
No, fuck that, man. Don't tweet the show all you want. We don't check it.
Yeah, we don't ever check it. I mean, I don't know why we formed a Twitter for the show. It's like, God damn it. I suppose you could have an app, like a separate, different app on your phone for just that Twitter account, and then that way, you'd be able to interact with somebody if they, See, the show doesn't have a Facebook either, because for one thing, I don't do Facebook. I don't even mess with Facebook.
I am about to disable my Facebook.
There you go. But of course, the show does have a Google Plus. You know why? Because every show on YouTube has a Google Plus. You can't help but have Google Plus.
Your hand has been forced to the Google Plus side.
Now, I know a lot of you guys are just addicted to your Google Plus. You go on every single night for hours and hours and hours, like messing with things like, honey, are you still on that Google Plus? That's a brainchild. Whoever came up with that, I'm sure he's like he's like the toppermost of the poppermost. He's like the hierarchy.
Oh yeah, he's in a basement with his stapler.
Oh, gotta love Office Space. Gotta love Office Space. All right, so I just watched a movie last night. It was Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and this is the story of how the apes came to be smart. This research scientist guy was like James Franco, which he was terrible. He was bad. I mean, this is no Pineapple Express. Anyway, he's like trying to find a cure for Alzheimer's. He's a tireless researcher because we learned his dad is got Alzheimer's, and he's trying to figure out a way to slow the disease or cure the disease or whatever by boosting people's brains. Well, they're doing research on chimpanzees, and lo and behold, he's finally got one drug, ALZ-112, that makes the chimps really smart.
Smarter than a barrel of monkeys.
So you can just sort of the show pretty much writes itself from that point. It took place in San Francisco, so there's a lot of local icons, the Golden Gate Bridge and stuff like that, which is sort of cool. I live in the Bay Area.
Yeah. I don't know how. So, give it how many thumbs up?
Oh, it was good. I liked it. It was like the CGI was much better than most of these. The ape, whose name was Caesar, if you recall from previous Planet of the Apes, that's the ape's name. Caesar was really good. They made his face look like he was very menacing, and he always looked pissed off. The humans were always pissing him the fuck off, and you could tell this guy's holding a grudge.
Yeah.
And of course, by the end, he's organized, and he's released a dose of this medication to a whole bunch of other apes. So now they're all smart too, and he's leading this revolt, and they escape this facility, and they're now on the rampage through San Francisco, making their way to Muir Woods State Park, where they get to swing around in trees and stuff. So
cool.
And at the same time, the drug that makes the apes smart also kills humans. Oh, so there we go. That's the setup. That's the setup. So that's how
the old plot twist.
That's it. So you wonder, on Planet of the Apes, how did the apes end up, being in charge of the Earth, and the humans are like just like slaves and stuff. Now you know.
Oh, spoiler alert.
See, now, Planet of the Apes was the very first, as far as I can remember, it is the very first event movie that they ever had. The franchise, like people would line up in the theater in advance, like, but they've never seen the movie, but people, like, because it's several sequels, and they're like successful. When it releases, like, you'd go see it immediately because you knew this is like a big deal. You had to see this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, your Star Wars and Raiders of the Lost Ark kind of stuff, all that owes its existence to Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes, yep.
Yep.
That it does.
I don't have the internet handy in front of me. I don't want to click away from this window, but I know that goes back a ways. That shit goes back to like 70s. Does it 70s. Go back to the 60s?
Yep. I don't know about the 60s, but I know it goes back to the 70s.
Yeah. In fact, there's one scene where a human says, "Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape."
Oh yeah, they actually use the line right out of the movie, huh?
They use that line right from Charlton Heston's lips in the very first one. Yeah, you damn dirty ape. It's kind of it's kind of a stand-in for the for racism, I think.
Yeah,
it's like I don't know.
It's monkey racism.
Well, yeah. It's interesting because, like, in the movie, they had chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans, and in all the original ones, like the chimpanzees were the scientists, the gorillas were the soldiers, and the orangutans were the politicians. They were like, running things.
Running the show.
All right, so what have you been up to this week, Mr. Senior Flex?
Well, I picked up both Forza Horizon 2 and Shadow of Mordor.
All right, those are the two big games that dropped this week.
Yep, and I'm liking Forza. It's fun. I mean, it's wide open. The cars are cool. The graphics are pretty cool, and I'm enjoying it. Shadow of Mordor, the graphics are phenomenal. I haven't really had a chance to play it that much because the ARM.
Right.
But I did get to play it a little bit here and there, and I'm liking it. I like the flow of the game. I don't know if it's in 60 frames a second or not, but it sure seems like it. It really is very fluid, and the motion and the controls and the motion seem to work very well together. And the combos are easy to pull off. So I'm kind of thinking it's running at 60 frames on the PS4 anyway. I don't know about the Xbox One, but I got the PS4 version. So
right. So yeah, I was thinking about getting it. I read reviews last week about it sounded like it was really, really good, and I was planning on getting it for the most reason was because I'm sort of getting tired of Destiny. I've been playing Destiny and I've been enjoying it, but it's like I hit level 20 and finished the last story mission and all that, and it's there's nothing sort of new to do that doesn't involve going back to the same locations and shooting the same enemies in the same way. It's like I'm getting tired of it. It's not that it's a bad game or anything. I'm just like, okay, I was looking really forward to something else. So when I read the reviews of Shadow of Mordor, it sounded really good, and I was planning on getting it. But then something happened. I thought, I have this Halo Reach. Let's just try it. Let's just try Halo Reach. And I played a few games of it, and it's I got my Halo juices kind of flowing back again. And in no time, I was popping Halo 4 in. And oh my God, I am loving playing Halo 4. The population is way, way down. Destiny has sucked up a lot of players, but I was having so much fun with it. I was like, you know what? When I'll get Shadow of Mordor, but right now, I'm just kind of still digging my Halo.
Yeah, Destiny's really, really got the audience. I mean, you can see the drop. Well, like Ghosts, if you go into Ghost Lobby, it's like this. Hello, 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 hello.
You can hear the crickets.
You can hear the crickets and the echoes, man. So, unless you want to play deathmatch, you can't get a match in Ghosts.
Yeah, I bet you're right about that. Especially on the Xbox One.
Yeah, definitely on the Xbox One.
Now, if you're on 360, maybe, who knows? But I noticed, when you go to Twitch and you click on the games, and you see all the different games, and always League of Legends is the most people watching the streams.
Yeah.
And usually Dota 2 or a couple of other games will be in the top spots. And of course, when a new game comes out, it usually ranks up pretty high. Like Shadow of Mordor, I noticed last week it was pretty high up there. But one thing I did notice is Call of Duty Ghosts has dropped down well below Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It's there's more than double the people watching streams.
I found that surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, not shocking, but a little bit surprising.
So Ghost has got to be considered
on its way out the door. Take a nap, buddy.
Yeah. Now I don't know the numbers, but the pre-orders for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare are good. There are a lot of pre-orders. It puts a lot of games to shame, but usually Call of Duty has a lot of pre-orders, and compared to last year and previous years, it's way down, right?
Right. It's down, what'd they say, 30% from Ghosts and 80% from Black Ops 2.
Yeah. Now see, I don't know if that means because people have seen the Advanced Warfare trailers and it doesn't appeal to them, or more so, this is my theory, is
they're not pre-ordering anymore.
They're not pre-ordering. Well, one thing is, I think, is like the pre-order numbers for any game sequel are based on the previous version of that game. It's like if you liked, game X, version 2, then you're going to pre-order the hell out of version 3 of that game. And if you didn't like, version 2 of that game, you're not going to pre-order it. So Ghost poisoned not only this year's Call of Duty, but I think that they've harmed the pre-order numbers for the next Call of Duty.
Yeah. Well, I went into my GameStop the other day and found out something cool.
Yeah?
They're giving out $250 credit cards like they're free. Yeah, GameStop now has a credit card.
You can get a GameStop. You're talking about a
just
real...
about real credit card for GameStop, and just about anybody can get one for. They'll give you at least $250.
You get $250 on the card?
Yeah, on the credit card.
Wow.
On the credit. So, if
that's a pretty sweet deal. Did you sign up?
Yeah, if you're short of money, if you got you got Call of Duty coming up, and you got like Assassin's Creed, and of course Master Chief. If you need a little extra dough to help get over the hump to get that paid for, then GameStop's got your answer.
Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah. Also, if the price tag of a new console has got you down, this will go a long way to getting you that new console.
Yeah. Of course, there is the matter of interest to be paid.
Right. It's probably not the greatest deal of a credit card as far as like,
No, it's like 45.5% interest. And
yeah, well, the way to use credit, kids, if you're just getting into credit, here's the way you do it. You use your credit card to make a purchase, and then when you get the bill, you pay off the entire amount. That's what you do.
Yep.
That's what you should do.
Yep.
Because if you let any of that shit ride, it just builds up. You pay the minimum payment. Oh my God, you'll never fucking pay it off if you pay the minimum payment.
No, you'll be paying till you're 10,010.
Yeah, you'll basically be paying for the eternity of life on the planet. So yeah, credit is something. I had my problems with credit back in the day. I'm cool now, but yeah, I fell into some problems with that back in the early 90s. That's when I had my biggest problem with credit.
Yeah. I think a lot of people did.
So Shadow of Mordor, you're digging that game. So what's coming up next week?
Next week we've got what is it? Alien Isolation?
Alien Isolation, right.
Alien Isolation is coming out next week. That's coming out on the 7th.
Now that's, instead of like just a Colonial Marines where that's just a shooter, this is more of like a survival horror game, right? Is that?
Yeah, they switched gears in the middle of the river and turned it into a survival horror game, so not really sure what you're going to get when you get that one.
So are you planning on getting it?
No.
No, me neither. I wasn't.
No.
Well, a lot of people got very burned. I don't think that many people got burned. I don't think it sold that great. But Colonial Marines, Predator versus Colonial Marines, sort of poisoned. Like I was talking about earlier, one version will fuck the next version over. If the sales were bad and it's like people didn't like the game, it'll fuck their pre-orders for the next game. And I've heard reviews that were very, very good about Alien Isolation, but I saw at least one review that slammed the shit out of it. I think they gave it a 4 or something like that. Just a terrible, terrible review. People hold a grudge.
Yeah, people do hold a grudge. Yeah, some people are hailing it, and other people are saying it's crap. So,
right,
it's one of those wait and see games.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if if next week we get anybody on the Skype call that has tried it or is like anything like that. One other thing that occurred to me this week in gaming is like this week the big patch for Battlefield came out.
Yeah.
A big patch, and that's supposed to fix some problems, and it's going to add some features.
Yeah, it fixed some things. It broke some things. It had some really crappy features. I didn't notice a hell of a lot of difference.
Okay, so you
My gameplay was about the same. I mean, I didn't notice any vast improvements in the things that people have been complaining about.
did you see like Brazilian and Japanese players in your lobbies and stuff?
Yeah, still.
You still got that?
Yeah, we're still fighting that. So,
Well, I know most of the people that had problems with Battlefield, that's one of their biggest gripes is the out of region.
yeah. And then because they lag you out so bad that you just don't even stand a chance. I mean, they're shooting you around the corner before you even make the corner.
Yeah. What is it about Brazilians? It's like,
Really
why
bad,
Brazilians?
bad internet, I think.
I guess.
Yeah,
I had never guessed that Brazilians were so keen on video games.
I didn't either. Today now I was playing. We were playing, and there was a bunch of Italian players in the server. So they haven't fixed that.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I'm sure Halo with as small as especially like Halo 4, or if you go back to Halo 3 or anything like that, the player pools are so tiny. Like there are some game modes that had less than 100 people worldwide playing that game mode. So no matter where you are in the world, if you want to play a certain game mode, you're going to have to go into this one little batch of people, and they don't have the players to. It's like, oh well, we're only going to play these North American people together. We're only going to play these UK people together. No, you're going to.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to play together, and like. But see, I don't notice that kind of stuff happening in Halo nearly as bad as the gripes that I hear from people on Battlefield.
Yeah. Battlefield, it's really bad sometimes. It still rubber bands a lot, and it still lags a lot, and I don't know. It's playable.
Well, I also heard some raves from some people, like Eddie the Chump on YouTube and Jive Turkey on YouTube, were both raving about it, saying it's fantastic. Like the hit detection is just amazing, and that they're just loving it like crazy. But I've also heard it's really great. But is it too late?
Yeah.
Even if it's working, is it too late?
The cows are so far out the fucking barn door, they're already in the facility being chopped up into steaks and hamburger, man.
Right. Talk about that concept of one version of the game poisoning the next, iteration. It's like I sort of wonder, Hardline, will people take out their will they be pissed off and just not buy Hardline because they're pissed off at Battlefield 4?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they moved that game. It was going to launch this fall along with all the other big games, but they moved it as March, right?
Yep, March 10th, I want to say.
Okay. Well,
no, it was later in the month than that.
Okay, well, surely some people in the comments will know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
All right. So now, if you are a Battlefield guy and you want to defend Battlefield, there's no better way than to appear on Smarty Pants and rep your game. So
That's right.
If you want to show that Battlefield is the greatest game, the best way to do it is to whip ass on those Halo and Call of Duty guys in a battle of intelligence and trivia.
Yeah.
So that's right. This is a call to action for you Battlefield people who feel like you've been, pressed upon and, it's like oppressed and repressed or whatever. And all you angry COD players, same thing. We're gonna pick a COD player, a Halo player, and a Destiny. We'll talk about Destiny. We'll think about Destiny and a Battlefield guy. So yeah, that's the big controversy. Should there be a Destiny guy in there?
Why not?
know.
Why not?
Well, it's up to us, the showrunners here, to make sure that we have good representatives for each game. I'm thinking Dinjoga or Shiz for Battlefield, and I'm gonna beat the bushes from these Halo guys and see if I can come up with the best and brightest. And Call of Duty, we know they're all kind of semi-morons. Just kidding, just kidding. Just kidding. I haven't turned into a Call of Duty hater, despite what anybody thinks. So anyway, so what else we got to talk about? It's just like any topics in the news. Ebola, are you worried?
Yeah, I'm a little worried now that they got it here in the States because they fucked around and messed things up.
Oh God! See, this is going to be like, this is how the Planet of the Apes is going to happen. It's like the Ebola is going to wipe us all out.
Resident Evil.
It's going to be like Resident Evil, exactly. It's like, somebody should start programming a game, like call it Ebola something or other.
Ooh, too soon.
Too soon, yeah. It is not a laughing matter. This Ebola shit is serious.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
It's like, if you want to comment in the comment section, so you know that we got to this point, just put hashtag Ebola in the comment section, then we'll know that you made it to this point in the show.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna have to work on getting the questions and the format. Think Jeopardy as far as like the format, except we don't make you answer in the form of a question.
No, I think we should. I think we should do it like Jeopardy. We've never done one like that before.
Well, it's pretty simple. It's like, we'll ask the question, and each contestant will ring in. They'll have a flashlight, and that'll be the signal that instead of a buzzer, you just like do your flashlight. So if you don't have a flashlight, you can't be on Smarty Pants. That's just all there is to it.
Yep. Requirement 1, flashlight.
Okay, well you could go.
Requirement 2, clothing.
Clothing is optional.
Oh no, it's not.
Well, if we can get a female guest, clothing is optional. Oh, you know what? Who we should ask about to represent Call of Duty is maybe Mandy Button. Speaking of females,
yeah, she likes Ghosts.
She's a big Call of Duty fan, and she even likes Ghosts. And she's pretty smart. She's young,
and she's smart.
She's young, but she's smart.
I'll check into that.
All right, so everybody, remember, real prizes are being given away. There we go.
Real stuff.
That's right. We're gonna give away a Hauppauge HD 60 capture card. No, we're not.
No. Why bother? YouTube isn't even 60 FPS yet, so.
I know those things are flying off the shelf, but what good is it? Just the old-fashioned,
Well, they're 179, and then the old one is 139 now.
Oh wow! Well, that's good that the old one is cheaper now, so more people can get into YouTube.
Yeah.
The more the merrier. Come on in, folks. Start a channel.
They dropped the price, so.
Well, it's like, I guess that they should. They should, because there's a lot of alternatives out there now. In the old days, you only had the Hauppauge, and that was it. Hauppauge or nothing.
Hauppauge or Roxio.
Yeah. Now we got choices, and choices are always good.
Yep.
All right, so Flex, you and me, we gotta get this Smarty Pants episode rolling. Got to come up with the questions. We've got to come up with the contestants. And remember, folks, if you want to represent your game, contact us on Twitter, either Flex or me. We'll put a link in the description. Let us know. All right.
All right.
So if you're still with us in this episode number 118 of Bulletproof Underwear,
You better be with us. This was a short one.
this is a short one. What are you bitching about? So I have been your co-host, Yam Juice.
And I've been your co-host, Flex. And there's only one thing left.
Okay, now there's only one. Okay, are you physically capable of doing this?
No, you'll have
You
to
can't
take
do
us. You got to take us out.
I got to take us out, and you'll see my little cursor coming over here.